So, my people, how are you doing? Yeah, my people, how are you doing? My name is CHINEDU ANICHI, your one and only celebrity CSO. And this is CHINEDU ANICHI TV, streaming live from United States of America, to be precise, from St. Louis, Missouri, United States of America. My people, how are you doing? Happy Sunday, everybody. Um, Today is a very bright and spirit-filled day. So I want to thank all of you who have been supporting us. Of you who are in Europe, those in Asia, those in Australia, those in Africa, especially other African countries, and especially those in Nigeria, our home base, those in Enugu, those in Seki Dekarmona, Nerinkash, Dejin, my people. So I thank you. If you have time now, just go straight, and if you want to watch on Instagram, just go straight to Instagram and check Chinedu Anichi TV on Instagram, check Chinedu Anichi TV on YouTube, and Chinedu Anichi TV on Facebook. And these three platforms today is our destination, and you will be seeing this live show. So thank you, my people. Chebendo Ezema, how are you? So share this live video, Chebendo, and let your friends know. Yeah, good evening too, Chebendo. Kekime. So today we'll be having a guest, but I don't think the guest is ready. I'm watching from Enugu Thinkers Corner. Oh, DJ, Kemakandeko Camp, Kekunde. Thinkers Corner, okay. Thinkers Corner side, what do you call it? Side, Kayana this school. Not Madonna, side, Go University. Yes, go through Koye University. They have Thinkers Corner. How are you, Chebendo Ezema? So, Chebendo Ezema, baby, because I'm going to send you people the link. Just send on my WhatsApp. I'm going to drop my WhatsApp number. I think what I'll be doing is I'll be under my this thing. Okay, so we have a guest, and what we want to talk today, we want to talk about taking care of our children. Nah, can you let them because a lot have been happening. When we watch channel video, ebe nadi one with the guy. Good night, my bro. I see them at a good night, man. Wow, it just hey cast good night. Nadi. Omaga. Make it a lava and go ipamaroba. Good night in Africa no like this. So, we didn't watch channel film, not film, video that is circulating. Somebody apotako later be one mad. We waterproof. Make sure until the one, it has been circulating, and people have been talking about take care of your child, look after your child. Look after your child, no matter how small. Even if you keep a child for somebody, take chances to look at the kind of person. Which kind of person are you leaving your children for? Very, very important. Which kind of people are you leaving your children for in the house? So that is a very, very disturbing video. And because of that, keep an eye on your children. Keeping an eye on our kids. Obi Nwamaka. How are you? Yeah, join us. Keeping an eye on our kids. Very, very, very important. So when I saw the disturbing video, it wasn't something before Emene Road. Yeah, that needs to report. Okay, okay, okay. Asogwa Alex. Eh? Ike gwụrụ. Asogwa Alex sịrị Ike gwụrụ. Who is this? Asogwa Alex. Let me check. Asogwa Alex is an Ike gwụrụ.
CHINEDU ANICHI TV. Make we talk our talk, yo. CHINEDU ANICHI TV. Nobody can talk our talk for us, yo. CHINEDU ANICHI TV. Africans arise. Them don't reach you. Make we talk our talk, oh. Oh yeah, everybody join CHINEDU ANICHI TV. No day they happen, no. No day they selenge. We don't talk our mind, yo. As if you know, so we don't talk about.
Share the live video, share the live video, man.
Brother, sister, even on the YouTube. Subscribe and follow. CHINEDU ANICHI TV. Eba hukona botumo, eba hukona me. But we be the voice of Africa in diaspora. CHINEDU ANICHI TV. Voice of Africa, what they show. CHINEDU ANICHI TV. Now where we go there. CHINEDU ANICHI TV. Gather your family, call everybody. CHINEDU ANICHI TV. Listen what the one no
Yes, so this is CHINEDU ANICHI TV, the African voice in diaspora. So, network is frustrating me here. I can't hear you clearly, sir. Rain has been falling here, sir, since yesterday. Okay. You are not salt. So, my people, what we have to discuss today, we have somebody who is a professional, who has who is part of an NGO. When he comes, he's going to introduce himself. He has NGO that is fighting for children's rights. Then for kids' rights, the person will be in this show shortly, and we are going to ask him questions about how the organization have been going about sensitizing people. So if you keep your child I don't want to use the word maid, maybe a helper, a house help. Yeah, it's better. It's more, let me tell you, I think house help looks, sounds more decent. So, okay, it was not football. Great. My beloved brother, the Lord is your strength. Thank you, Dejin. So what we are saying now is, if you want to leave your kids with people, know the kind of people you're leaving kids with. One is Elijah.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
It's a cock of the paw.
No, there's no light or what?
My light is just having issues this side. I just managed to get a little light around.
Wow. Wow.
You know, Nigeria and their NEPA issue.
Oh my God. Okay. What will I do? Naturally, I don't accept this kind of background because it brings poor production to my show, and this what I'm doing is of international standards. So, but
okay, I'll just think. Okay.
Suppose
just if I can get more light, actually.
Are we going to touch in that book there? Check for light. I'm waiting for you. You are still in the show.
Okay, sir.
So, my people, so it is good that we begin to think of the kind of people we leave our kids for. Just because somebody is a house help or somebody is a house help, so you just feel like I can just okay, for those of you on Instagram, so if you want to join the show, let me send you a link. Let me send you the link on Instagram.
Okay. Let me check if I can. Not getting enough light, but definitely
You can
okay.
use this link on Instagram. The link I pinned on Instagram. If you want to join us and ask questions, you can use your phone, copy the link, put on your phone, follow the prompts, and you'll be in the show. You don't need to use Instagram. You don't need to use Facebook. You don't need to. You just be in the show. So I've sent a link to you people. I'm also sending the link to those of you who are on Facebook and YouTube. The link is here for you to join. So those of you on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, the link is here if you want to join. So, bros, onwere ka ị ga-esi
Yes,
menwe
sir.
ọnụ otu a ọ dị
I
now
think
is
I've gotten enough light.
yeah, that's okay. I can bring you back. Yeah, it will
Okay,
be
sir.
nice like this at least. So at least we can manage it like this. So my brother, you are welcome to the show. My name is Chinedu
Th-
Anichi,
th-
and this is
thank you,
Chinedu.
sir.
So tell our audience who you are, what you do, what you represent. Remember, our topic today is about protection of our kids and putting an eye to make sure that our kids are okay wherever they are. So people should not take it for granted again. I left the kid for house help. I did this one. And you just start going as if everything is all right. You need to be checking up on your kids. If you come back, look at her body, look at some part of her body and everywhere to make sure that the kid is okay. So, please, my brother, why is it
Okay.
still, why is it shaking?
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Mwolisa Elijah Idaja. I'm a human rights activist, advocate for children rights, and I'm the organizer and director of anti-child maltreatment and defilement organization. This organization actually have been there, but we have been doing our best, trying our best. We have been working with special authorities, the police, the civil defense, to make sure that the right of a child is well protected. You know, in this our place, sometimes nobody cares for the child. When you come to the Western world, the children right is very, very active. But in this part of the world, we find it very, very difficult to protect the child. I don't know, maybe because of economic sector or our government decision making, but the children rights are less protected in this place. And we find out that sometimes the police, the civil defense, the other security forces are actually interested to bring down or tackle anybody that is tampering with the children rights. But the problem there is that nobody to inform them. They can be everywhere, and sometimes nobody to bring it to their table that look at what is happening, so that there can be a swift response. Most of the times, I think within I'm in Enugu State actually, and within the time frame that the governor of Enugu State, His Excellency Peter Mba, have spent as the governor of Enugu State, I can testify that he has taken some swift response to every form of child abuse, especially the wife, Mrs. Nkechimba. She has really done very, very, very well for the state when it comes to child rights. And she's doing her best, and she's still doing more, and I celebrate them for that. So because of that, we as an organization has taken it upon ourselves to act as a watchdog, not only as a watchdog to special authority, but to be a voice to the voiceless, the voice of the children. The children have a low voice. When a child is talking, it's difficult for you to hear what the child is saying. Sometimes when a child is growing up, it takes the mother to understand what the child is trying to say and interpret it properly. And because of that, we have volunteered ourselves to be a voice extension to the children. No matter how a child should shout, if you are not close, you will not hear. But if an adult shout, even if you are not close, you will definitely hear that this is the voice of an adult shouting from afar. So because of that, we have choose to be a voice extension to the children, whereby we speak for them. Most of them can't speak for themselves. Most of them can't speak for themselves, and because of that, we are speaking for them. We are looking for anywhere any child is being maltreated, is being molested, is being abused, and we will not take action. The only action we will take is to report the police, inform the police immediately that look at what is happening in this social location, and they will take a swift response and rescue the child. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, before we go on, did you share this live video in your page?
Sir?
Did you share this live video in your Facebook page?
No. I'm trying to see if I can share it, but it's not connecting.
Which one is not connecting?
Okay. Let
What
me check.
is look at what you do. You go to Chinedu Anichi TV on Facebook, then you will see
Okay.
then you share it on your page so that your followers can be seeing that you are in this show. That's the normal thing you do before
Okay.
you get into the show. So I'll give you time to do that while I talk about what you're saying. So my people, you can see we have a very powerful person. It's not about age. Everything is not about age. It's about his commitment to what we are doing. So we are talking about children's rights, children's protection, and how we will keep eye on our children to be able to protect our children. If you are the type that have witnessed, or if you saw the video that is circulating about the child that was choked and choked until the child died, you will know that you will never leave your child to anybody anyhow. A lot of children have been molested because their parents did not care. They just left them for somebody, left them for an uncle, left them for a brother, left them for all this. So it is time to keep an eye on your kids. Even if your kids are under people's custody, you need to. The executive, executive, how are you, Deje? So that is what we're saying. So if you want to contribute, you can see the link on the comment section. You can see the link there. You want to commit, or I can send my phone number. Let me put my phone number. For those of you who the link might be difficult, just tell me hi on WhatsApp. Tell me hi on WhatsApp, and I will send you. Once I hear hi on WhatsApp, you can see I've sent my number. I want people to contribute. I don't want only him to be talking today. I like this thing to be more interactive. People will be calling in. People will be coming to the show. People will be saying their mind. So I've sent the link. I've also sent my number. If the link is difficult for you to join, then I've sent my number. So this guy is finding it difficult to connect back. It's finding it difficult to connect back. You have to go out entirely. The device is not connected. So, from what he's saying now, we're going to ask him some questions and we'll get an advice from him on what are the rights of kids? What are the steps we should take if we become victims of this kind of thing that is going on now? So, we need to find a way Bro, I think your stuff is not working now. You didn't connect back properly. So let me send you the link afresh. I'm sending you the link afresh again. So, the executive, how are you doing? Please, if you want to join us, this is the time for you to copy one, copy everything. If you're on Instagram, that's the best way. This guy, you can't get, you boycotted the procedure already. Oh my God. So let's go. If your child is under somebody's custody, big go. Hello, you boycotted the procedure. I So it is true, Chibendu Ezema. God has given us the ingenuity, has given us the wisdom to be able to know. So if you keep your child under somebody's custody, don't just look away. Don't just trust everything. I didn't tell you to be having what do you call it, insecurity issues. But at least put eye on your kids. When you leave your kids to somebody, put eye on those kids. It is very, very important. Please, it's very, very important. So child's protection rights, child's protection is all our business. Even when you see another person's child, you understand? So even if it's somebody's child, even if it's somebody's child, you understand? It's not your own child. But you see that something is going on, that this child might be going through something you don't know. There are some people that are living in the same yard with people who will wash clothes and give children the dirty clothes, the dirty water to drink. And people are living in their yard. People are their customers. People are their landlords. People are their neighbors. They are fellow tenants. And they are doing this kind of thing to somebody's child. Maybe they brought the person from the village and you people are staying in Lagos. You people are staying in Abuja. You people are staying in different places. And you are in that yard. And you are seeing what is going on with somebody's child and you are keeping quiet. It's not fair, my people. So this is an opportunity. I'm calling all of us today to put an eye. It's our business. Looking after children is our business. Don't say it's not your business because it's not your child. It's not my business. And you are in the same yard. You are in the same house. You are in the same compound. And somebody's daughter or somebody's son is being maltreated and you are watching it. And you are not doing anything. It's not fair. So today, one of the things where it's a clarion call for us to really think of people's children. If we witness where they are passing through things that they don't supposed to pass through, call out. Hey, this guy in Wugoku should connect him back to us. So please, Obrona, if you have an issue, if you have issue like that, like somebody's daughter or son is being manhandled under your watch, and you are living in the same yard, you are living in the same house, you are in the same school, or you are in the same institution where all these things are happening, and you're keeping quiet. When you keep quiet, they say evil thrive because good men keep quiet. You are saying nothing. You are not even confronting the person. You are not even reporting the person. Like this, our brother we're trying to bring in. I don't know what is happening to him again. Device is not connected. I can't see you here. I'm seeing you requesting, but I can't bring you. Your device is not connected. I don't know why. No, not from my end, it's from you. So what are you using? Which phone? Why should the browser block your this thing now? But I sent you a link now. I'm sending another one now. You might be repeating the same link without knowing. I'm sending another one now. I just sent another link now. Use this one I sent now. Huh? It's the same link now. It's still the same link. But what we're saying is that clicking from it afresh. So there's no solution to it. Okay, send it. The browser has blocked your mic and camera. To join the studio, edit your browser setting to allow StreamYard to access your microphone. Then refresh the page. Join. You heard what he said now. Edit your browser setting. Setting to allow StreamYard to access your mic and camera. Yeah, that's all. Edit it. Let me be talking to our people first while you are doing all that. So, my people, what we are saying, house help is a risky step. Any family, yes. I love what you're saying. Let me put it to the screen so that the world will see it. House help is a risky step any family man or woman will take. That is why it is good to born as you can. You can train, not having children here and there, and be looking for who will send your child to. Who you will send your child to, yes. It's very bad. I don't support our parents allowing their children to be a house help or having a house help while I have a woman. I call my wife in my room. Wow. So, Chibendu Ezema, well done. So, you have heard the side of Chibendu Ezema. So, it's also good. But sometimes, if you are working and your wife is working, house help, sometimes it's better to bring the mama and the mama noro. All these young people they bring in to come and take care of kids. Some of them they never had kids. Some of them don't know how it's difficult and how painful it is to raise a child. So they can virtually do any kind of thing, especially when the money is involved. You understand? Uh, so what did you do now?
I went to settings and I started looking for camera and mic. I saw where they say camera and I open it. Then I say allow. So I allowed it. So allow camera, allow mic.
So that you know. That I know what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yes, I've not done it before. This is just the first time.
Okay. So now we have been talking before while you are trying to connect back. So now what is your take? Because I want you to advise us like you are living in the same house or in the same yard or in the same school, and somebody's daughter or somebody's son, you are witnessing how the person is being maltreated or molested or abused or all these things. What is the proper step somebody can take to make sure that the person who is doing that is brought to book?
Okay, thank you very much for this question. When you see somebody around you that is being molested, is being abused, one thing is that you're not going to confront the person. Yes, you're not going to confront the person. What you are going to do is to rush to the nearest police station, to the nearest police station or to the nearest civil defense office first. But if you are a human rights activist, you can swerve into action first. But if you are not, you have to report to the nearest police station, telling them that you find out that a particular fellow has been molesting a child, or maltreating a child, or defiling a child. Actually, the police will definitely come to the rescue of that child. That is what to do whenever you find such around you.
Okay, my people, you are hearing now. Nima Bitrus, you don't expect your wife to do everything in the house, Oga. Women don't come. Oh yeah, Bitrus, Bitrus, send me hi on WhatsApp. Let me send you a request so that you come and talk. You show and talk by yourself. Somebody is saying, Chibendo, you can send the request and we'll allow you to come and talk. So you have heard from our brother. If you are not a human rights activist, don't swing into action. Why do you say people should not swing into action if they are not a human rights? What of if before they reach police, the person don't escape?
Okay, one thing why I said that if you are not a human rights activist is because sometimes our people love to like they just like respecting authorities. Actually, they are afraid. If you are not a human rights activist, don't just put there because they are going to ask you what is your business, what is your concern, why are you here, who brought you into this matter. But if you identify yourself as a human rights activist, the people there will listen to you. The individuals there will definitely listen to you. They will see, now this person is from the government. Oh. That's how they're going to see it. Because automatically you're not dealing with people that are intelligent, number one. You're not dealing with people that are literate. Such thing normally happen in a slum. Sometimes it happen in a slum. So when you are in that kind of area, like in form of in a ghetto, you don't go into action. You go immediately, you inform the police, unless you're a human rights activist, because they definitely want to know who you are, where you are coming from. And if you are nobody, you are just trying to make noise, they will definitely not going to listen to you. They'll be like, what are you doing here? And the child will not want to talk because the child is afraid. The child is afraid. So that is why it's necessary you have to involve the police, because when the child sees the police, that's when he's going to talk, he's going to be allowed to, I think he will express himself. And that thing is that when such is happening in a big man's area, because that's where the problem is. Where we're having this issue, basically, it's not this big man house. You see how a child is being molested, being maltreated. Like, for example, I was talking with a friend of mine just within my area as of last 2 years. I said, okay, last 3 years. And the guy was telling me that he noticed that a man living in this particular house has been sleeping with this underage girl. I was like, how? So he said that he normally see this girl enter there, and he knows that this man used to park and call the girl. That the girl cannot pull herself out of it because she has so much engaged herself with the man, and definitely the girl don't know what to do. Maybe there's a threat or something like that, but she noticed that this is what this man has been doing to this girl. And that was immediately he said that I was okay. I don't really know what to do because as of then I've not known anything concerning human rights, anything about child abuse or anything. I haven't known anything about that then. So because of that, I was like, I withdraw myself out of it. But it came to a point in time we weren't seeing the man again and weren't seeing the girl again. So we felt maybe some persons might have reported and they have taken action concerning that. But when you have such issue within a location or a locality where people are there are rich men that maybe you cannot do anything, maybe they may feel you want to defame them, you want to attack them, what you are going to do is to immediately report to the police. Yes, immediately report to the police. Police will come and do their investigation with the girl in question, with the child in question, and the man should find one thing, is going in for it.
Wow. So, my people have heard, if you are not a human rights activist, the best thing you will do is to rush to the police station and make sure that police will come with you and take action. So, my people, if you have contribution to make, the house is still open for you while we go on with this our brother. So, this organization you people have, so where and where does it cover? Hello? Hello? Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
I said this organization, where and where does it cover?
Okay, sir. For now, we are covering Enugu entirely. For now, we are trying to establish a system within Anambra because we noticed that this issue is practically happening in Anambra State. Like Anambra State is one of the major place this particular thing is happening, but we are actually preparing for that. But for now, we are in Enugu for now.
Okay. So if you come to Southeast, when they consider the rate of child molestation and all this is high in Anambra, is that what you say?
Yes, it's in Anambra.
What do you think could be necessary causes? Because as a professional, we know that this kind of things happen. It's not today that we know, but just that this one that is trending is too bad. You know, when somebody will use a leather bag or this cover a little child's face and um, make sure the child will breathe last before he will leave the child. That's what is trending. Somebody did now. So we know that such things are going on. But what are the possible causes of all these things? Or what are the signs that
Okay,
you see in people that you will know that they are capable of doing this kind of things? Like red flags. What are the
okay,
red flags?
okay. Yes, one of the necessary causes of this child maltreatment and abuse and defilement is number one, people lack empathy. Empathy, but let me not talk about empathy now. Let me talk about it is lack of child upholding child right, upholding child right, and lack of the government care towards children in our society. If the children have a law, there's a law that guide the children. There's a Child Right Act in the Nigerian Constitution, and the government have been looking into this constitution. If the government or the judiciary has been interested in this constitution, all these things won't be happening. The government lack absolute lack of care towards the children. Okay, let me give you an example. When I was building this organization, I met a girl. She's actually my friend. So I spoke to her, I said, this is what I'm building. And I want you to be part of this organization. let's fight this thing together. She said that after sending her the message, she was like, she dropped a tears emoji. And I say, why are you? She said, no, she don't want to be part of it. I said, why you don't want to? That why is that? Tell me why you don't want to be part of this organization. She said something like that was alarming. She said that when she was young, that she's staying with her uncle, that the uncle molested her. That when she's staying with her auntie, that the auntie's husband molested her. I was like, what? Your auntie husband molested you? She said, yes. The auntie husband molested her. That actually they took up the matter to the police and everything because the man is rich. The man is rich and he was contesting for a position in the government. And because of that, I think they arrested the man, sent him to prison. He didn't even stay up to 2 weeks in prison. He came out and they was begging her. At the end of the day, that in fact the matter did not go anywhere. To see that if from this now you understand that the government lack empathy for the children, that they don't even care about the law that guide the children, and this thing has brought an increase to this infect where children are, especially the maltreatment, defilement, and abuse, because the government have failed to understand what they need to do and what they are supposed to do to anybody found wanting molesting a child. And another one is what? Let me now talk about empathy. People lack empathy where children are. Children are like light, children are like egg. In as much as egg actually is being guided not to break, yes. But children are just like that, like you guide them. People lack serious empathy where children are. They don't even want to see a child that this person is a child. Let's treat this person like a child. They don't even want to say this person is a child. Let's treat this person like a child. When you are trying to where maltreatment comes in is when you know that this particular child can't handle this thing. This particular child, you look at the child, look at the child is just 5 years old, 7 years old, and you're trying to involve the child in a hard labor. That shows that you lack empathy. Yes, you don't even care. That is where maltreatment comes in. So, and again, another thing that causes this thing is poverty. Poverty. The rate of poverty in the country is so high, and
Have a low
everybody is
voice.
looking,
Poverty.
and everybody is just trying to see how maybe the neighbor, a friend, or a uncle can help them train a child, and this thing results to too many abuse and maltreatment. Yes. Another one is what? Lack of education, lack of sexual education. When I talk about sexual education, is a lot of people are not educated about sex, protected sex. So, and because of that, they just give birth to children anyhow. And again, families are not being educated maybe during their marriage course. I can't hear you, sir. I can't hear you, sir.
I say you go to code some of those words, some of those harsh words. You go to code them so that the Facebook people will not put down
Okay, okay.
the
Okay,
videos.
there's no problem. Okay, no problem, sir. Okay, so a lot of people lack this sex education. You know, some families, well, maybe during marriage course, they don't tell them that you know the amount, or you know the like maybe during marriage course they don't tell them how, like, their birth rate, how they can give birth. Some people will just want to give birth and give birth more and more. Some people, they like I was listening to a man that was saying, if your income is not up to so amount of money, please don't give birth to like up to 5 or 6 children, or don't even give birth to up to 4 children. So because of that, people are not educated. People, when it comes to illiterate, a lot of people, a lot of women are illiterate. They just want to maybe give birth and not minding if they will be trained or if they won't be trained. They just want to give birth just to answer a name, and this thing have resulted to too many child molestation and abuse, because parents are not guided on how they can give birth to children and the amount of children they will give birth to. So, and at the end of the day, when the person has given birth to like maybe up to five, six, seven, and he or she feels that he cannot train them, or he cannot guide them, they'll be looking for someone to give the child to. And these are things that result to child molestation abuse, because the person you are giving the child to will not see that child as his or her own, or with the person will not see like this person is a child and he has a future. What the person feels like that since the child is not hers, or since the child is not his, that he has every right to treat the child the way he or she want to treat the child, and he has every right to do anything he or she want to do to the child, because there's nobody to speak for the child. The father is not there with them, the mother is not there with them. So because of that, let me just do whatever I want to do. And these things have resulted to a lot of child maltreatment and abuse towards the child. Another thing that can cause this thing is a mutual conflict. When I say mutual conflict, is you know that this person actually is not your friend, is not going well with you, especially in the family. When there is conflict, you know that this is a brother, this is a sister, that he or she has not been in good terms with you, and just because he's your brother, okay, you don't want to help me, okay, help me and train this my child. And when the man or the woman is seeing the child, is remembering the issues that they are having, and instead of showing that child love, he has no option than to show that child to show them that child hatred, that is transferring aggression to that child, that your father is this, your mother is this, and as a result of that, you will suffer in place of your mom, in place of your dad, and thus that actually have increased basically maltreatment and child labor.
Hmm. This is serious. Another thing that I want to our sister Onyinye Chime from Canada is here. Sister, and Onyinye is a very important person, because Onyinye is a social worker. If he has contributions to make, he can indicate, then we can bring her up if she's free to say one or two things within 1 minute or two. So to contribute to the topic. So she's a social worker, a certified social worker in Canada. You understand? So, and you know, it's the social worker people that handle this kind of thing abroad. So, it's a nice topic. That's what she said. Every child has. Look at what she says on the screen. It said every child has the inherent right to life, and states must ensure child survival and development. Oyibo bụ ọ na-asụ. Ero na Nigeria ha amaghị nwa na-ekwu. So, the issue now, my brother, is that you have told us the causes. Conflict in the family is one of them. Illiteracy is the other one. Lack of sex education
Empathy.
and lack of empathy, and a lot of other circumstances that you have enumerated. But going further from here, moving on, I want to ask you, what are, as a professional, what are the red flags? Like, what can we see in somebody, or what can we see in a child staying with somebody, and will now begin to suspect that maybe something is going on, because sometimes they hide it from the real person. Like, if it's your child, they cannot come and show. Sometimes they tell the child, if you see your father, tell them that they are doing you well. Oh. You understand? So if you ask him, Kema can take it, I them
Yes.
grandma, or what on they make anything in your joy, some bam bam bam. but the child has been under threat. So what are the red flags? What are the signs we can see in either a victim or see in the person that is doing that to the child, and we know that this is a red flag?
Okay, thank you very much for this question. The red flags you see, number one is when you see a child that maybe you call the child and you like, for example, Kekime, and the child is looking at you, that looking at you, like you take the child a little time to answer you. And you yourself knows that this child is not with a parent, that is with someone, know you that that child is being maltreated. Yes, because number one is that one of the red flag is that the child is always filled with fear. The child is always filled with fear. Another one is that any child you call, maybe her name is Nkechi, she's very close to you, but she's not responding to you. Know that that child is being maltreated because it affects them mentally. I'm going to talk about the effect of this challenge very soon, but it affect the mental health. So any child you try to call like Nkechi, and she intentionally like maybe looking at you, or maybe not, her attention is not there, just know that that child is being maltreated. Yes, just understand that that child is being maltreated. And anytime you are looking at a child with a parent or with a guardian, and each time the guardian want to speak to the child is in a harsh way, understand that that child is being maltreated. These are the way we understand how children is being maltreated. Any guidance that, let me tell you something, any child you see, there is something about children.
Yeah, it's like network is holding my brother now, and it will rectify. And for those of you who want to call in, I've told you, you can always use the link. The link is here. Let me put the link up again for those of you who want to use the link. Those of you who want to use the link. Wow.
Okay.
Maybe network is giving our brother trouble. I don't know why. Um, okay, he is having issue with the network. When we're resolved, we can come. So if you want to contribute, maybe one or two, just say something within 1 minute or two or whatever. I can send you the link, and you will contribute something. That's the kind of thing we need now. Okay. Somebody wants to contribute. Fine. I'll send you the link now. Oh my God. Okay. Yes, brother. Chibendo, you are making a point. It's not good to bring children in this world for them to be suffering. It's better. Okay. Okay. Also, what we're saying now is that he was telling us some signs that if you see, maybe you sent your child to somebody's house. Your child is living with the auntie, or living with one uncle, or living with one brother or sister. My name was sister, and brother, enwere uncle, nwee uncle. So when your child is living with one uncle, and you just come there, there's a way your child will start behaving. it is a red flag. It will show you sign. But what is very, very alarming here is that some of us will even go to that place to visit the child. We see how the child is behaving, and we will not even know that something is going on. Some people will not even have time to bring their children and ask them, how is this place you are staying? So we need to put an eye to our kids, especially when they're under somebody's care. Please, let us not just behave as if everything is all right. Everything might not be okay. Everything might not be okay. To the extent that before you will know it, many people have passed through things. Many people will share experience of some uncle, some cousins, some this, taking advantage of some people, molesting them, abusing them, and for the rest of their life, they will live with their trauma. Do you understand? So we need to, anytime that our children, and all these things happen when they are still kids, because as if they are grown up, they will be able to say, please, don't do this with me. I will not tolerate it. And they can resist. But as a child, they can deceive even a small child with sweet. Maybe if he's crying, they will buy the person gala or buy the person biscuit or Fanta. I'll buy biscuits. I'll buy biscuits. Don't cry. Come. You people should not say if I'm talking with experience, but that is why I'm here. I'm talking with experience. So a lot of things are going on with our kids out there because our parents are less concerned, because our parents are not taking action, because our parents are not vigilant, because our brothers and sisters that were under their custody, they are not vigilant. If your child is taken to someone, sometimes visit the people without invitation. Don't tell them you are coming and land there to see how your child is dressing. You can go there and she's wearing bathroom slippers to church. Sometimes if you come to church and see a family, you can always look at the family and say, this one is the one that is the house help. Why? Because the house helps are treated. Sometimes you buy spiritual shoes for you and you give house help slippers to wear. You will wear bedroom slippers to church. And it's carrying your children. Carry this one by the back. Carry this one. Try to make sure that your children are okay. But you have the heart to make these children pass through this just because their father or their mother is not in town. Do you understand? So that is what we are saying. So today we are a clarion call is on our way. Okay, our brother is back to the show.
Yes, sorry, we have a network downtime. I don't know what is happening, but we must complete this show.
Okay, so just we are talking about red flags, and you have been able to tell us that when a child is not responsive, a child feels shy, a child hides, a child is always there's something we call it in medicine. I've forgotten the normal medical terminology for withdrawal. They call it withdrawal.
When a child is not
Yes, when a child is always withdrawing, they call it withdrawal. You always withdraw. He doesn't want to engage people. He don't want to talk with
yes,
people.
but another one that is very, very important.
Go ahead.
Yes. No matter how a child is, there's something about children. There's something in them. There's something in a child. No matter how dull that child is, there is one thing in children that always want them to play. I don't know if you can hear me, sir.
I can hear you very well. I'm hearing you, sir.
There's one thing about children that would all okay. There's one thing about children that will always want them to play, even if the child is dull. Like there's this proactiveness that the child has, even if it's a 10% is in that child will love to show it. But if that child cannot show that proactiveness when you expect, because sometimes you see a child always want to behave like a child. That's number one. A child always want to behave like a child. he or she does not know that it's a child, the attitude in which he is trying to show is the attitude of a child. They're trying to act according to their age. But you as an adult, when you look at a child, you know that this person is a child. No matter how knowledge, no matter how the child is trying to show wisdom at his age, an adult will know that he's a child. And when you expect a child to show proactiveness, to show that playful
Network, network, stop this. Call me Chooks Martin de Ola. Social Tanglong. Hair is soft touch. Zubis underscore 86. Ebuka 847. Martin Sola. How are you? Espa. Call me Chooks. Sekani. Thank you for finding time to watch on Instagram. Let's go on with this one, brother. So, my people, let's go on. Let's go on. Let's go on. What's going on now? Oh, God. So, we have been able to get something today. For those of you who are listening to us, first of all, before my brother comes up again, he's trying his best. You can see network trying his best to get back to show. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
So
So, what
so
are the
when you expect that child to expose to like to expose that playful character of being a child, and the child is not showing it, like the child is just trying to, like, as what you probably said, withdraw. No, that child is under threat. Understand that a child can be with his parent and be what and be maltreated. There's a way that a parent will react to a child. No, this child is being maltreated by the parent. Maybe, and what can result to such thing is when the mom and dad is not in good terms. When the mom and dad is not in good terms, definitely there will be that kind of a maltreatment will come in. So these are the things, these are the red flags that when you see around you. I talked about when you the way a guardian or a parent speaks to a child has to show you that this child is being maltreated.
yeah? I love that.
And sometimes,
Okay, go ahead.
okay, and again, in summary, as I said, that the action of a child in a particular location also tells you that this child is being maltreated.
Okay, what are the preventive measures? What are the things, I'm not talking about remedial. I'm not talking about what we do when it has already taken place. What are the preventive measures that should be adopted by parents or guardian to make sure that this kind of molestation don't happen? So what are your suggestions?
Okay, the preventive measure, the only, there may be other preventive measures. Yes, there may be other preventive measures, but the best preventive measure towards this issue is for government to intervene. It's government intervention. That is the only thing that can make this thing work. If the government can stand strongly that they can take anything that will happen in this country likely. But you see, when a child is being molested, when a child is being maltreated, and when a child is being defiled, that any fellow found in such act must go in for it. Must go in for it. Either there is a strong evidence or there is no strong evidence. Let it be like a case of somebody that died in your house. Because we were listening to first PPRO Delta State. He was saying something, said if somebody should die in your house, there is every tendency that you're not guilty. But before you prove yourself that you're not guilty, definitely you might have spent like 6 to 7 months in cell or in prison while the investigation is going on. They may decide to say there will be autopsy, but you have practically spent like no less than almost a year. So if any child should complain or anybody should get a report that this particular house or fellow is defiling a child, maltreating a child or abusing that child, for the person need to be arrested, kept in a cell or in a jail for a long time while the investigation is going on. We don't care how many months it is going on, but as long as there is a report, either you are right or wrong, the person should first of all be hiding, be kept behind the bars. When the government is ready to take these proactive measures towards any individual that is being found defiling or abusing a child, automatically it is going to reduce its rate drastically, because every parent will now understand that this child have a right. Okay sir, there's a difference between uh, correcting a training a child and maltreating a child. Sometimes you arrest this kind of people, they will tell you that they are training their child. No, every child has what is being meant for to do. You cannot see a child of 5 years old and you will go and carry a bucket of water that a child of 10 to 11 years old will carry, and you force that child to carry it. You automatically maltrain that person. You're not training that person. You're not training that person. There is a way you flog a child, it will be training. And there's a way you flog a child. You cannot just flog a child and flog that child mercilessly. There's bruises all over his or her body. And you are telling us you are training. You're not training the child. You are maltreating the child. And one of the implications of this thing is that these things affect children mentally. You see, one of the dangers, sir, one of the dangers of this child abuse is that these things affect them mentally. Some of them will grow up when they are being defiled at a tender age. If they are not properly guided, some of them will turn to prostitute. And they will never have regard for anybody. Like there is no regard for any human being. These people can kill, sir. These children can kill. Once they grow up, they can kill. They can kill somebody. Yes, because of what? That thing that happened to them many years ago have drilled them mentally. Whenever they remember it, in as much as children have that kind of retentive memory, that even at the age of 30, 40, they can still remember what happened when they were a child. So such thing drill them mentally that whenever they see anybody that want to attack them, they will love to be defensive. Even if the person don't want to attack them, there's a way you speak to them, there's a way you approach them, they are acting defensive. Like they are automatically acting defensive. They are automatically acting defensive. And as the result of that, they cannot have a proper communication with somebody, they cannot have a proper conversation, they cannot even settle down because of what? They believe that anybody coming close to them is coming to harm them and do to them what someone did to them many years ago. So these are the effects of these things towards children. So the only way that can solve all these problems is let the government intervene and stand on the law. We're already talking of going to meet the Attorney General of the state. Why we are trying to meet the Attorney General of the state is because of this. Is because most of the people that do this, some of them get away with it. Yes, some of them get away with it. But when we have the attorney, understand, whenever this matter is being brought to his table, he will make sure that justice is being brought to the table. Okay, when we talk about empowering somebody is saying empowering a child, okay, empower children, teach children about their rights and how to recognize their right and report abuse. Yes, that is what we are actually doing to reduce this thing, but that is not just the only solution, and that is not the end solution. What I'm talking about here is the end solution. The end solution is for government to intervene and deal ruthlessly to anybody that is being found defiling a child. When the government is able, because some parents, some guardians will empower a child and they'll see defy that child. Yes, I've had such case before. Someone actually is training the child in school, doing everything possible to see the child have a good future, but the man was practically defiling the girl. But the man is empowering the child, giving the child good education, but he's busy defiling the child, killing the child mentally, killing the child emotionally. Then at the end of the day, when people got to get this news, the police was involved. At the end of the day, the man got away with it. Nothing happened at last. The child was taken away from the man. But what happened? Nothing happened at last. This was how the case came to an end. But I wish the government is taking a drastic measure towards this thing. It won't even happen. It won't even happen. Like I said before, there are other means that can prevent this, but the best way to prevent this is let the government intervene perfectly. And finally, let other organizations should stand as a watchdog, because the government will not be there and here. I remember the last meeting we had on the last Saturday of September. The secretary to the state government was telling us that we, the CSO, that is civil society organization, that we are the eyes of the government, that where the eyes of the government doesn't get to, that we, the CSO, has the right to extend our eyes towards that place and give them a report. So let CSO and other NGO organization that talks about children should also speak up whenever they find out that such thing is happening in a particular area or in a particular thing in the individual's house. That is another way that this thing can drop drastically. Thank you.
Yeah. So, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's a wonderful expositor, and we are happy that we have you today, and you have been able to put across all this. At least our people have listened, and they were able to put it in practice. Like a summary, you started with um, science to show that a child is like that, red flag to show that a child is under molestation. When a child starts showing some withdrawal syndrome, so it's no more proactive. It doesn't play freely the way children play. So there is it's a sign of danger that the child is being molested. So a lot of things you have said here today. We thank you for finding time to be here. And on a general note, what do you think, or what is the rate of which the society is suffering from this particular menace from your own statistics and judgment?
Okay. For my own statistic, I would want to say that the society, like 60%, I can give you 60% because
I'm not sure you.
why I give it 60%. Okay, let me say 70%. Yes. You can hear me?
Very
Okay,
well.
I can give you 70% based on the last research we made about this, especially in the state here. I can give it 70% because we noticed that a lot of slum area, when we call them slum area, like some underdeveloped area where people live, these things are happening. These things are happening. A lot of underdeveloped area, these things are happening. We made research. We saw children littered everywhere. Nobody's looking after them. You saw toddlers on the ground and the parents and don't even care. So this area, there was one we saw. You saw the way the mother was hitting the child, like a small child trying to talk to the child. The child is crying and he started hitting the child. So this is sign. This thing has become a menace to our society. So I can say 70%. It has affected us, affected the society, and the rate is high. Currently now, the rate is high because, to be sincere with you, everybody is looking for money, and the eyes of the people are on the children. A lot of people are looking for money, and the eyes of the people here is on the children. Once you bring this child, automatically you are going to give you some amount of money. That even parents is even selling their own children. So the rate is high, 70%. I can give you 70% based on the statistic and percentage of this child abuse and maltreatment, and the rate in which children are littering the streets all in the name of hawking. The rate in which children are littering on the streets all in the name of hawking, especially you see underage child of 7, of 6, of 8 years. It's going to show you that it's on a high rate. 70% is a high is on a high side. So when you come to town, you see children moving around. Go to some areas, you see children moving around, selling pure water, selling all manner of things just to earn a living. It's automatically giving us this way we giving us a high rate percentage that there is this thing going on within the state and the society at large.
Wow. So, like in Enugu where you are, is there anything government are put in place to checkmate like child labor, like all those people that are hawking? How do they control it? Like in Enugu, is there an agency that partner with you people to be able to control such?
Okay, the last time we had the CSO meeting, Mr. Williams, yes, Mr. Williams, I think the Enugu State House of Assembly member representing, I think, I think is it this? I've fully forgotten his area, but he's from this Ukehe side. Yes, that Ako area. I can't really recall, but he said something about that the government is already putting some certain things in place to see that that children has been taken out of the street, and finally, the His Excellency Pitamba has actually taken a very strong measure by is building a smart school, a smart green school. This smart green school is being built around the city, around the state entirely. It's about 200, and I think 260, 66, yes, 266 smart school where, because I think we are about 266 ward. We are bad. I don't really get the actual figure, but it's about 666 ward. And he has promised to build a smart school in each ward. So this is another measure that the government is trying to use to curb this child insecurity by establishing that smart school that will be very close to every child, and every child will have a proper education. And I think from the plan there, they have a lot of academic guidelines that I don't think that if any child should follow that academic guideline that they will come to the street to sell anything. No, they will sell anything because the way government is preparing it, and I think they're going to make it free education, and and the parent is going to take advantage of that and that will also remove the children from the street. That in a lot of, because some persons are finding difficult to even pay for school fees and the rest, and that's why I can say, and sometimes that's why I can say that the government that's why I can say that that's why their children is on the streets hawking, trying to meet up to their need. But the government is is building these schools to through that educational system. No child will be seen on the street within the space of 2 to 3 years. No child will be seen on the streets selling anything. And the government is already making up a plan already to pick up any child they see on the streets selling anything. Yes, I think he was the House of Assembly member was able to tell us that the government is already putting up a plan to pick up any child they see on the street uh, selling or hawking. And finally, the Ministry of Gender Affairs, I think, have taken a very high measure to see that that the rate is being brought down by they have given many CSO organization the strength. Yes, they have given many CSO organization the permission, the strength to speak up. Yes, to speak up and challenge anywhere they see any child being maltreated and molested or abused. Like I remember the last one that happened in my place, the commissioner for gender affairs ran down to my village and requested that the woman that was being disgraced, molested, that woman was the matter was investigated and everything. I couldn't believe that when the commissioner came into that matter, the matter was actually investigated, and what that woman was disgraced for, was molested for, was actually a lie. She didn't do it. So you see that the government is actually empowering a lot of people to make sure that um, this issue of maltreatment, molestation, or abuse is no longer, like within the space of few years, we will no longer be seeing them.
Okay. Thank you, my brother, for coming to the show. We are super proud of you and your organization. So we might still have time to call you again. This time, I will, because of this thing you are putting up, I think I'll make arrangement to see if I can bring the commissioner for gender in Enugu State on this show, and let us hear from
Thank
them
you, sir.
what they're able to do. So, any moment, if you have a contact, you can send to me. If you don't have, I can look for other ways of getting it. So that we can bring her to this show and ask her what are the plans they have for Enugu State, removing kids from the street and helping those who are on the victims of child molestation and all that and all that. So, thank you, my brother, for coming to the show. But before we
Thank you, sir.
draw the curtain for the day, what can you tell the world about Chinedu Anichi TV?
Okay, I want to say that CHINEDU TV is one of the best TV, and you know why I said it's the best TV is that any TV that comes down to your doorstep is a TV. CHINEDU TV comes down to people's doorstep. They don't just get information, no, they get information from the horse's mouth. So any TV station that is concerned about the well-being of the people, empowerment, lifting people, letting people, like I've come to this TV channel and I saw a lot of people say some certain things here. People speak their mind, and the people get help. This is TV. Yes, this is TV. Any TV station that will not allow an individual to pour his or her mind out, it's not a TV. So, and Chinanichi has been doing very, very well to make sure that people are being protected, that the voice of people is being heard, people are being seen, people being affected in too many ways of life, people being helped, and people who have different kind of ideas, skills, has been brought to limelight on China at Nichi TV. I can say that a lot of people have benefited so well, so well from watching this TV, and is actually on our doorstep. And I will continue to pray that God will bless Chinedu Anichi TV, promote Chinedu Anichi TV. What they are looking up to in very short while is a CNN standard, and within a short while, it's going to come to that standard. Because I remember when you once told me that this is how CNN started, and they became CNN today. So I believe that Chinedu Anichi TV is going to come to that limelight, and we are all going to be here to enjoy such opportunity tomorrow. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, my brother, thank you. I am grateful that you are here today. You know, we bring sensitive topics just like this your own. Because of what is going on, we have to look for you, for to hear from you, and because of the kind of thing. We also want to use this opportunity and thank you for the organization, for your organization, selfless as you are, not profit organization who have dedicated themselves as a young man for you to be able to be the chief servant of such a selfless organization. God will continue to bless you. You will go around, fight for children,
Thank you,
fight
sir.
fight for women, fight for all these people who have been molested in the village. I wish government will be able to look down and see how they can help you people with incentives and support you so that the choking angry finger of the economy will not make the dream to die. So this is our own prayer. And we also promise
Yes.
that we'll support you people with media. Each time that you people have something to say to the world, always approach me. Just give me time like 24 hours or 2 days. I'll know how to bring you in. No matter how tight our schedule is, we will always know how to bring you in and see how you people can come and contribute, because it's a very important. I have two daughters, and they're just 7 and 6, and if you watch me, you see I'm always all around my daughters, and I'm not being insecure, but I just want to. The kind of things we are seeing in the society is embarrassing, and nobody wants to take that kind of chances now. You
Yes.
um, a lot are going on in the society today. So thank you, my brother, for finding time to be with us, for finding
Thank you,
time
sir.
come and air your view. Just like you said, we are the voice of Africa in diaspora. We want our people to talk their own talk. So, and that is why Chinedu Anishi TV is the best. It's the best. Too. I believe you that it is the best. And I really believe that it is the best. It's not just because you said it. It's not a cosmetic thing. We follow it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Africa voice in diaspora. Chinedu Anichi TV. Voice of the voiceless, yo. Chinedu Anichi TV. Make we talk our talk, yo. Chinedu Anichi TV. Nobody can talk our talk for us, yo. Chinedu Anichi TV. Africa's arise. Them don't reach you. Make we talk our talk, oh. Oh yeah, everybody join the Chinedu Anichi TV. No day they happen, no. No day they selenge. We don't talk our mind, yo. As if in a song, we don't talk more. Mama, Baba, brother, sister, even on the YouTube. Subscribe and follow Chinedu Anichi TV. Eba fukona potulo, eba fukona me. But we'll be the voice of Africa in diaspora. Chinedu Anichi TV. Voice of Africa, what they show. Chinedu Anichi TV. Now where we go there. Chinedu Anichi TV. Gather your family, call everybody. Chinedu Anichi TV. Listen what the one who
Yes. Thank you, my people, for listening to us. Thank you, Chinedu Anichi TV family in Europe, those of you in Asia, those of you in Australia, those of you in Africa, those in America are here. Thank you for watching. Those of you watching on Instagram, I so much thank you. Prince Chinedu 36, Joe Amanesi, Anyanwu underscore J.A. Achima, and Darlington 2122. Capri the 20, Pago underscore 9, Chief Ikelo, De Tutuanato, Boye Fabs, Choma Itodo. This one sounds like our people. Choma Itodo. I am Aguyi, Anye Girl, Ade Best Entertainment, Chooks for all. All of you, I cannot mention all your name. Ijenwak, The Pride too. Princess Chelsea 95. All of you who have time on Instagram to watch, I thank you. I also thank my people, Onyinye Chime from Canada, Chibendu Ezema, Deje Ifeanyi Ugu, all of you, I thank you. Nifanwa Bitrus from Jos in Plateau State. I know some of you and I don't know some. The executive, how are you? Executive, thank you for finding time to be in this show. Igboeze not football. Okay, great brother. anyị na-ekelechi unu niile asị unu nnadị all of you. Remember, Chinedu Anichi TV, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Just tune in and check in. Put on your notification today. And once on online, you will see it. And every 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in Nigerian time, check out our videos and see what we have brought for you to see. Thank you, my people, for coming for us. We are grateful. We are proud of you. I love you. Remember, today is weekend. We are going into a new week. This new week will be blessed. This new week will be blessed. Remember, don't give up. Those who think they want to misinterpret your goal or your ambition, let me tell you, whenever you want to undertake a new thing that others don't understand, they have to tell you a story. But only you know the vision God has shown you about your life. You know the message you have received from God about your life. So don't listen to them. Get focused. I will celebrate you in the other side of success. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Before I round up, I will always go to my parakpo. Nseke de karmo na mromo. De jen ay klechirunu. Ibrahim saka. Nkoli wane musu. Heide neze chito ka bia meka. Chi aja chi wororo. Ona jutara. Owuri gbugbume. Ibrahim saka mbe none. Hanig mechezo nseke de karmo na mromo. Inawata na sunu. I am highly educated Nsukka rice, a proud Nsukka son. Nganasu no be no. Ese stoka biama uroko umagesh. No kwa nengu olanu belube. Dejen. God bless you. Ngwakoden.